Welcome back to the Relaxing Ghost channel here on YouTube. Today we have the Royal Rumble 2013 DVD review. And yeah, pretty big spoiler cover on this one. Finally. So yeah, Rock returned in 2011. Made a promise at Raw 1000 that he would one day again be WWE Champion. Here we go to the Royal Rumble, and he's challenging CM Punk. I always liked this feud. You know, it wasn't fair to Punk to be in this position, but, you know, I thought he held his own against The Rock, honestly. You know, could Punk have held the title on to Mania? Sure. But, yeah, that wasn't the direction WWE was going. So, let's get into this, guys. Royal Rumble 2013. I honestly kind of forget quite a bit of where this was and whatnot. But, this was January 27th, 2013. You know, decent artwork. So this was Rock's first title match in over 10 years. The Great One goes one-on-one with the longest reigning WWE champion in the last quarter century. We also got Big Show versus Del Rio in a last man standing match here. So let's run down the matches. No insert with a lot of these more recent DVDs. Pretty much after 2008, they stopped making them, and after about 2012, they even stopped putting match listings on the cover art. So, yeah, a lot of these DVD sets I've either made my own or kind of, you know, went along with what I have in my predictions. So, not the best disc artwork. You know, just pretty much a abstract ring and whatnot with the logo. Got about a 3-hour runtime here. And yeah, like I said, I always been a fan of The Rock, and it was really cool to see him return around this time. So that was a really big deal. You know, in the end, you know, it probably really frustrated Punk because this would be his last full year in the company. And, you know, he was really putting over a lot of these big time guys like Rock, Brock, and then Taker. He was having really good matches with all of them, but I think it just frustrated him to that, you know, he wouldn't be main eventing WrestleMania, you know, for what it's worth. And, you know, that's a big achievement for a wrestler to main event WrestleMania. So it is frustrating, you know, to a point. But the match quality was good. This wasn't the greatest Royal Rumble by any means. John Cena would win his second Royal Rumble in 5 years. On the exact day, too. So we also have... Of course, we had a last man standing match for the world title, Del Rio versus Big Show. Got an interview with Ziggler. Superstars discussing the Rumble. We got a tag title match. Team Hell No versus the Rhodes Scholars. Love that team. I always wish they would have been tag champs. We also got Kane and Bryan receiving their Rumble numbers from Vicky Guerrero. We got the 30-man Royal Rumble match, which I mentioned. Mr. Cena won, and yeah, it was pretty predictable, this pay-per-view. I think a lot of people knew Rock was going to win the title. They were going to go with Cena, and then it was going to be the rematch from Once in a Lifetime. And I think that's really what frustrated a lot of fans. And by this point in time, they're doing 3-hour Raws every week. The product, you know, really started to dip around this time. And this is, I think, where a lot of things started to change in the creative process, and then a a lot of behind the scenes stuff that we don't really see. And then, of course, we had The Rock versus CM Punk. And then, if the Shield were to interfere in this match, the brand new debuting Shield at Survivor Series, CM Punk would have been stripped of the title. That happened, and then, Rock kind of says, we're not going to end the title match this way. And, a few moments later, it's rock bottom, people's elbow, new WWE champion. I think about a month or so later, we are going to get the incarnation of a new WWE title, kind of the modern day scratch logo WWE title, which is later turned into the title they had now with the network logo. So yeah, things are changing quickly around this time. And we also have a special feature of John Cena sharing his thoughts. We got Alberto Del Rio there. Got Damian Sandow and Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan is going to go on to have one hell of a year in 2013. Yeah, Rock and Cena, twice in a lifetime. I know it upset a lot of fans, so I always thought it was okay. A lot of people wanted to see Rock and Cena. In perspective, I think they probably should have kept the title on Punk. They still could have did Rock and Cena. They could have made it a triple threat. They could have done a lot of things. Was it the right move to put the title on The Rock? Who knows? That's not up to me to make, but I do think this is a fairly decent show. Mainly for the CM Punk and The Rock stuff. But overall, a decent pay-per-view. Let me know your guys' thoughts. As always, drop a comment down below. Your thoughts on Royal Rumble 2013. And we'll talk to you later. Peace.